Hello and welcome back to another episode of What's in the Box. My name is Sophie Clarke and I'm here at Wessex Archaeology's head office, where I'll be talking to our in-house experts about the objects they find most intriguing. Today I'm joined by Geoarchaeologist Claire Mellett. Hi Claire.
Hi Sophie.
What have we got today? This looks wet.
Yeah, it does look wet, so bit of a surprise for you. Quite different, I imagine, from what you've seen in other episodes of What's in the Box. But this is an important part of archaeology. So if I just grab the box a second and open it up.
Sure.
So, what you see?
Looks like a big box of mud.
It is a big box of mud, it is indeed.
Wet mud.
And it is wet, and that is a very good point. So it's wet mud, and we use the term waterlogged.
Okay.
And the reason that's quite important is because when environments are waterlogged, it stops decomposition of organic material.
Yeah.
So as archaeologists, we're quite interested in this type of mud. We call it a deposit, a waterlogged deposit. But yes, we like this because this has very high potential to preserve archaeology within it. More importantly, and a lot of what I'm going to talk about today, is the environmental archaeology. So it is environmental remains, bits of leaves, bits of wood, possibly beetles and other small insects that might be within this mud.
Okay.
So it looks like a box of mud, it is a box of mud, but let's see what we can find within it. And this sample, I've not looked at it before. I have no idea what's in it. I hope that there's something in there that we can look at today.
So this is actually fresh, straight from site.
Exactly.
And you're going to do it. Wow, brilliant.
So, shall we take a look, Sophie?
Yes, please.
As I say, never
It's
been
really
assessed before, straight from site. I've taken a risk here.
No, I'm
bringing
excited.
a box of the unknown along. Now, let's see what we got here. Ooh, so straight away.
Whoa.
Lovely piece of wood.
Wow, you pulled that out straight from the... That's really cool.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of other things. So because it's in a waterlogged environment, that doesn't decompose. So we can preserve that. And, you know, I've got a box of mud and now I'm holding a piece of wood and you think, you know, and so what for the archaeology? We have specialists here who can identify what tree species that came from or what shrub it came from. And the same with all the leaves and other material in here.
Okay.
So from this site now, we're starting to build up a picture of what trees were growing or what vegetation was in the area and what that landscape might have looked like. Right, Sophie, should we take a look and see what else we can find? And I will just put some more water in it to help us. This mud has gone even muddier by adding water to it. So I'm not entirely sure what we will find in here, but let's see. We've certainly got quite a few different fragments. And what that tells me is when we look at these types of organic deposits, we're interested in how decomposed they are.
Okay.
Sometimes we could look at something like this and it would have nothing in it, and it means that most of the organic material in there is completely decomposed. It's just broken apart. There's no structures left. And we can date that material, but it's not as good as dating something like a little chunk of wood. So there's some more wood in there. And we will clean that up properly. So these are the types of things that we could send off for radiocarbon dating. I think this is another one. Often we find things like charred hazelnuts.
Okay.
So we can see, you know, there might have been a fire in a natural environment that burned these hazelnuts, but the chances are they were used by people and they were burnt on a fire and then discarded, and we find them preserved in these types of deposits. So that's direct evidence of human activity that we can see in this type of material.
Wow. That's absolutely fantastic. And you know, you've got such a small piece there out of a small sample, and you've already got so much information coming out of it. That was really, really interesting. Thank you very much for showing me.
No problem.
It was really interesting. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about Claire's work, please follow the link in the description. You can also follow us across our social media channels, and don't forget to like and subscribe.